Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you've stopped by once again. I think it is time for African researchers to take their research outputs seriously, especially if such will be made available on the web. And as the title of this video suggests, if your manuscript will not be assigned DOI for journal publication or conference proceedings, you may consider withdrawing. Yes, I mean you may consider withdrawing. I will show you why shortly. Let's go. So, just for the sake of emphasis, what is DOI? DOI simply stands for Digital Object Identifiers, which is a unique alphanumeric string assigned by the International DOI Foundation. Now, it is basically a number that is assigned to your published article before it is made available electronically. The number has to be assigned by the publisher of your article. I mean, whether it is a conference proceeding or it is a journal or whatever item you want to make available online for public consumption, DOI has to be assigned. So the question you want to ask is, why do I need to care about DOI? The number one reason you need to consider DOI is the fact that your research work is your intellectual property and you should really care about its location on the internet, like I said before. Now, many researchers are just bothered about publishing, and when they don't care where their published work has gone to, where it is made available, who is consuming. So you should really care about the location of that your intellectual property you've made available on the web. That is reason number one. Reason number two is that DOI identifies contents and provides a persistent link to its location on the internet. So what DOI does for you is to assign a unique URL to your content such that you can easily follow the link to get the content or to get your manuscript or get your paper or whatever object you've made available on the web. Reason number three, DOI enables authors to know when their works are no longer available on the web. Some researchers, when their articles may have been removed from a particular database or by a publisher for whatever reason, they don't even get to know. So sometimes you go to begin to look for an article published by you, perhaps it's no longer on the website or the database where it was published initially. So DOI helps you to find out whether or not your article is still available on the web. For these three major reasons, a researcher should care about DOI for his or her work. So a vital question you want to ask your publisher or maybe your junior publisher or whoever is calling for papers for conference proceedings, you need to find out from them if they are going to assign DOI to your article. And you now decide whether or not to send your manuscript to them. Because if they eventually get to publish your work with that DOI, you can't really find where that article is published or where it is available on the web, apart from the address that will be sent to you. Other than that, you can't really locate your article on the web. Now, I'm going to show you a sample paper with DOI, and then I'm going to show you what DOI looks like and how you can use DOI to fetch an article from the web. So, this is a typical structure of DOI. All DOI numbers begin with a 10 as a digit, and it should typically contain a prefix and a suffix separated by a slash. Make a number of 4 or more digits assigned to the organizations. The organizations, I mean the publisher. So the DOI Foundation assigns the prefix to the publisher, and then the suffix is assigned by the publishers themselves. And by design of DOI, the suffix is intended to be flexible. Sometimes some publishers may decide to use the acronyms of the journal I mean the short forms of the journal as part of the suffix for easy identification of the journal. Now this is sample paper with DOI, and you can see the DOI here assigned to this paper now. Okay, so if you copy this DOI to the web anywhere in the browser, it's going to fetch this article for us. Now this is the illustration for the DOI. You can see the first part has the DOI resolver, and then followed by the DOI directory, which begins with 10, followed by the registrants, and then the journal abbreviation, which is the suffix part now, and then you now have the year of publication, followed by the issue number for this article, then you now have the paper number. So if you copy this address, this DOI to the web, let's say it looks like, let's copy this to the web. Let's just find somewhere, paste it here. Let's see what happens. Okay, you can see now it has taken us to the location of this article. You can see here it is published here. It is available on this website, which is, you can also get it here. It is also available on ResearchGate. So that is what DOI does for us. So whether or not you know the title of the paper or not, or you know the authors, you can use the DOI to fetch the article wherever it is located on the web. So that's how simple it is, and that is why you should insist that your publishers will assign DOI to your articles. All your articles that are going to be available on the web, you should insist that DOI should be assigned to them. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed the short video on the need for DOI to be assigned to your article before it is published, either for journal proceeding or for, either for conference proceeding or for journal publication. You should really insist. Please, if you have enjoyed the video, go ahead and share. And if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe and then enable your notification. You can always send me an email or drop a comment for me to respond if needs be. Thank you so much. Bye for now.